If you have updated your WordPress version to 3.5 or above, you've probably noticed some changes in the Add Media section. You used to have several little icons up here, and that has been replaced with a single Add Media button. The new functionality also gives you a lot more edit capabilities. So let's take a look at that. We click the Add Media button. And we're going to go to Upload Files, select a file. Now, once this has uploaded, we will be able to go ahead and notice that it's 700 pixels wide by 525. That is a lot bigger than you will use for most pages or posts on a website. So let's make it a little smaller, and there's a couple of ways we can do that. One, we can crop down to just what we want in the picture. And from here, all I need to do is click and hold my mouse button and drag. Now, if I want a little more or a little less, I can simply adjust the sides and top and bottom on that. And once I have the area I want, I simply come up here to the first icon and I click on it, and it will crop the picture. And for a crop, I click the Save button here. All right. Now, it's still a pretty big picture. It's still 554 pixels wide. We probably don't want that big. I'm thinking maybe more 250 might be an appropriate size, or maybe for our website, since it has a narrow column, we'll even go smaller to 200. So let's scroll down a little bit, and you'll see that the Edit Image button is still here. So I'm going to click on that. And now I can go to Scale Image. So remember, if you're simply resizing, not cropping things out, but simply resizing, you go to Scale Image. And I'm going to put my 200 right in here. And you might have noticed it automatically kept the scale by changing this number as well. Let's click Scale, and there's our new image, and we're going to update it. Now, when you're working on these pictures, it opens a new window. You can see my original open in the background. So now that I'm done editing this picture, I'm going to close this window. And coming back to my original screen, I can see that now, even though it says the original dimensions here, there's a refresh link. So I'm going to click on that refresh link, and now we're down to our 200 pixel size, all cropped, ready to go. You can give it the title and the alt text directly from here if you wish, and you can give it an alignment or not, depending on how it is you want your image to display. Now, you'll notice that it says link to none. If for some reason your image, when you're working with it, defaults to link to media file, change it to none. There's really no reason why an image should be linked to itself. It just looks like a link, but when somebody clicks on it, you end up with a plain image on a blank white page. So we're going to link to none. And we're going to ignore this full size because even though it says the original size, it's going to take our revised, refreshed size. So we'll insert that. Maybe it's not quite where you want it to be, so I'm going to click and drag it. Usually I suggest you simply place the cursor where you want it to be, and that helps you not have to move your images around. And that looks like it's probably in the right place. Let's update our page. And let's take a look. And there's our resized image cropped down to the way we want it. There are a few other edits that you can do as well. Let's go back and take another look at that media file of the picture that we just worked with. And I'll click on it to edit it. And when I say Edit Image, we did not need them in this case, but you'll notice that some of your other options are you can click to rotate the image however you might want to. You can flip it vertically, you can flip it horizontally, and you can also undo all of those things that we just did. If you want to go back to your page, if you want a border on the image, that you would do on the individual page. Now, usually, the way Flight does sites, the styling of an image is already automatically in there. If you give it a right alignment, it will pull the styles from the style sheet. However, let's say that we do not have a border on it, and for this particular image, you do want a border. The settings I pointed out earlier when we were inserting it, as far as align and some of the other options, you can also get to by click on the image, and then when you click again, you get this little landscape icon. So from here, you could change, if you wanted to link to another page, you could, or you can give it a different alignment from this section. In the advanced settings, we can give it a border of 1. Let's just see how that looks. I'm going to update before I leave this window, and then I will update it here. Now, I happen to know that on this site, there is a padding of 5 around right aligned images. So when we view the page, we're going to see that padding plus the border that we just added in. And that is how to take advantage of some of the new functionality available in WordPress version 3.5 or above.